So today we're going to talk about the effects of weed and astral travel. A viewer had a good question, and the gist of it was, when you smoke weed, even if you don't remember that you dream, do you still astral travel anyways? And the answer to that is yes and no. Yes, your astral body certainly can go on and travel if it wants, and chances are good if you're on weed, you're not going to remember it. So what I do is I work with herbs, and I essentially test them out and see how it affects astral travel. So to be clear and concise, weed will amplify your visual stuff while you're awake, right? It opens up the third eye. However, it does lower your etheric field, so it makes you more susceptible to attacks and damage. So it is a double-edged sword, and that's why I said in the last video to use caution when smoking it, because on one hand, it'll give you greater perception. On the other hand, it will make you more vulnerable. So I would use it personally sparingly and in small portions too. And yeah, I mean, you can see how it goes. One way to compensate for being more vulnerable is use more protection. So raise your vibe up beforehand, have more protection crystals, use salts, all those things to keep you safe. But yeah, generally, yeah, you see more stuff essentially. So that's pretty much the extent of it. I wouldn't, like if you are familiar with weighted training, where you deliberately make your training more difficult to make it easier overall later, that's essentially what weed is going to do for you. It's going to make your fights and your battles harder, but you will perceive it more. So I mean, it does have its use, for sure, but few and far between. I find the best approach for myself, and again, everybody has different physiology, so how it affects me might not necessarily be how it affects you. So you just have to be careful with that, and kind of just experiment on your own, and see how it affects you, but just be warned, it does make you more vulnerable from my experience. So hope this helps.